Welcome to my channel HD Rare Coins 111, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. The United States quarter dollar has always been more than just a piece of change in our pockets. For many, it carries stories, history, and artistry that reflect the culture and heritage of America. One of the most unique pieces within this rich tapestry is the Kisatchie National Forest quarter released in 2015. This coin stands out not only for its design but also for its deeper significance. The Kisatchie quarter belongs to the America the Beautiful series, a program launched by the U.S. Mint in 2010. This ambitious series aimed to celebrate national parks, forests, and historic sites across the nation. Each year, 5 new quarters were released, representing different states and their natural wonders. Louisiana's pride and joy, the Kisatchie National Forest, was immortalized on the 2015 quarter. Kisatchie National Forest is a sprawling area of beauty and wilderness in Louisiana. Covering over 600,000 acres, it is known for its pine trees, wildlife, and unique ecosystems. It was established in 1930 and has remained a haven for biodiversity and natural preservation. The U.S. Mint honored this remarkable forest by featuring it on the quarter, giving Louisiana collectors a symbol of pride. On the obverse of the Kisatchie quarter, as with all Washington quarters, we see the iconic profile of George Washington. This portrait, first designed by John Flanagan in 1932, has remained a staple of the coin for decades. The inscriptions include, "United States of America, Liberty, in God We Trust," and "Quarter Dollar," all framing the nation's first president in a timeless fashion. The reverse is where the Kisatchie quarter truly shines. It features a wild turkey in flight, soaring over longleaf pine trees. This imagery captures the essence of the forest and its thriving wildlife. The design was created by Susan Gamble and sculpted by Joseph Mena. It is a perfect representation of Louisiana's natural treasures, combining motion, strength, and beauty. The choice of the wild turkey was no accident. The bird is a native species that has long been part of the state's wilderness, and its depiction in mid-flight conveys freedom and resilience. Behind it, the pine forest stands tall, grounding the image in the environment it symbolizes. Together, these elements make the coin one of the most visually appealing in the entire America the Beautiful collection. When the Kisatchie quarter was released in April 2015, it became an instant hit among collectors and nature enthusiasts alike. The release ceremony took place in Pineville, Louisiana, near the heart of the forest itself. Locals, visitors, and coin collectors gathered to celebrate not just a piece of money, but a piece of heritage that could be held in one's hand. The coin was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced circulation strikes, while San Francisco minted special collector versions. These mint marks, found on the obverse side of the coin, can greatly affect the rarity and desirability of each piece. What makes the Kisatchie quarter particularly interesting is the variety of finishes. Beyond the standard circulation coins, there are also proof and silver-proof versions. Proof coins were struck with special polished dies, giving them a mirror-like shine. The silver-proof, made of 90% silver, is especially prized among collectors for its brilliance and intrinsic metal value. Some collectors focus on acquiring every quarter in the America the Beautiful series, while others look for specific states or designs that resonate with them personally. Louisiana's Kisatchie design, with its striking wildlife imagery, has a unique appeal. Many nature lovers and bird enthusiasts find themselves drawn to this particular piece. But beyond beauty and symbolism, what elevates a coin into the world of high value is rarity and condition. Certain Kisatchie quarters, particularly those with errors or unusual striking features, have captured the attention of numismatists. These rare variants can sell for extraordinary amounts when they appear in pristine condition. Minting errors are one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. A misaligned die, double strike, or off-center strike can transform a common quarter into a treasure. Some Kisatchie quarters are known to have such anomalies, and when combined with top-grade preservation, their worth skyrockets. Collectors also prize coins graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC. A Kisatchie quarter graded at MS67 or higher is considered exceptional. The higher the grade, the fewer the imperfections, and the more desirable the coin becomes. Such specimens often fetch thousands of dollars at auctions. Another element of desirability is the historical narrative attached to the coin. The Kisatchie quarter does not just represent a forest, it reflects the broader story of America's relationship with nature. At a time when environmental preservation is so important, this coin symbolizes respect for natural resources and the effort to conserve them. Quarters like these also serve as an educational tool. Children who collect them learn not only about coins but about history, geography, and conservation. A simple piece of change can spark curiosity about the wider world, and the Kisatchie quarter has done just that for many young collectors. When examining a Kisatchie quarter closely, one cannot help but admire the detail. The feathers of the turkey are captured mid-motion, the trees stand with textured precision, and the lettering remains bold and clear. This artistry is a testament to the mint's ability to balance mass production with intricate design. Collectors often wonder why some quarters are worth only 25 cents while others climb into the thousands. The answer lies in scarcity, demand, and condition. The Kisatchie quarter may still be found in circulation, but certain versions and era coins are far rarer, commanding incredible values on the market. The America the Beautiful series officially ended in 2021, but its impact remains. It has left behind a legacy of 56 designs, each showcasing a different piece of America's natural and historic landscape. The Kisatchie quarter is a highlight of that journey, reminding us of Louisiana's contribution to the country's diverse beauty. For seasoned collectors, the Kisatchie coin is a must-have. Its uniqueness within the series, combined with its potential for rarity, makes it a cornerstone of many collections. It is not only an investment but also a keepsake of national pride. Even casual collectors often set aside a Kisatchie quarter when they come across one in change. Its design is too striking to ignore, and many recognize its potential to be something far more valuable than face value. Over the years, stories have circulated of people discovering rare Kisatchie quarters in ordinary rolls of coins. For these lucky finders, what started as pocket change quickly turned into a prized possession. This possibility is part of what makes coin collecting so exciting. In Louisiana, the coin holds special significance. It is not just a quarter, it is a tribute to the only national forest in the state. Locals see it as a symbol of identity, and owning one feels like holding a piece of home. Beyond its value in dollars, the Kisatchie quarter connects people to nature. Each time it is admired, it sparks reflection on the beauty of forests, wildlife, and the importance of protecting them. That symbolic power is what elevates this coin into the realm of treasure. Today, rare Kisatchie quarters have been recorded selling for astonishing amounts in auctions and private sales. Their price depends on rarity, condition, and buyer demand, but some examples have far exceeded expectations. For anyone interested in coin collecting, the Kisatchie quarter is a perfect reminder that hidden treasures can be found in everyday life. What may look like an ordinary piece of change might in fact be a small fortune waiting to be discovered. Whether you are a dedicated numismatist or simply curious, the story of the Kisatchie quarter shows how history, nature, and artistry can come together in a single coin. It reminds us that coins are not just money, they are storytellers of America's past and present. So, if you ever come across a Kisatchie National Forest quarter, take a closer look. You might be holding something far more significant than you realize. Because some of these remarkable coins have reached the incredible value of $56,000. Top 2. The United States quarter has always been more than just currency. It is a piece of American history, culture, and artistry. Among the many quarters that stand out, The Vicksburg National Military Park Quarter from 2011 holds a unique place in both history and collecting circles. This coin captures not just a battle but a turning point in the nation's story. The Vicksburg Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, launched by the U.S. Mint in 2010. The series was designed to honor national parks, battlefields, and historic sites, and over its course it produced 56 different designs. Each coin gave collectors a glimpse into America's past and natural wonders, and the Vicksburg Quarter is one of the most historically significant in the set. Vicksburg, Mississippi, was the site of one of the most crucial battles of the Civil War. The Siege of Vicksburg in 1863 was a turning point for the Union Army, effectively giving them control of the Mississippi River and splitting the Confederacy in two. This victory, along with the Battle of Gettysburg, marked the beginning of the end of the war. It is this monumental history that the 2011 quarter set out to honor. On the obverse side of the coin, the design is familiar. It features George Washington, as it has since the quarter was first issued in 1932. John Flanagan's portrait of Washington has become a symbol of strength, leadership, and national pride. The inscriptions include United States of America, Liberty, in God We Trust, and $quarter. But it is on the reverse side where the coin becomes truly remarkable. The design depicts the USS Cairo, an ironclad warship used during the Civil War. This vessel represents innovation, strength, and the decisive role of naval power during the Siege of Vicksburg. The ship is shown cutting through the water, a powerful image of the Union's dominance on the river. The design was created by Thomas Cleveland, an artist who was part of the U.S. Mint's Artistic Infusion program, and it was sculpted by Joseph Mena. The detailed rendering of the ironclad is both historically accurate and artistically impressive, showing the sharp lines of the ship as it pushes forward through the Mississippi waters. The choice of the USS Cairo was intentional. This ironclad ship was one of the first of its kind, part of the new wave of naval technology during the Civil War. It symbolizes the changing nature of warfare and the importance of innovation in securing victory. The coin, therefore, is not just a memorial of the battle but also of progress and determination. When the Vicksburg Quarter was released on August 29, 2011, it was celebrated with a special event at the park itself. Collectors, historians, and local residents gathered to honor the site and its place in American history. The release brought renewed attention to the significance of Vicksburg and the sacrifices made during the war. The coin was produced at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mints struck coins for circulation, while San Francisco created proof versions for collectors. Each mint mark can be found on the obverse side, just next to Washington's image. The San Francisco proof coins, particularly the silver proof versions, are especially popular among collectors. Made of 90% silver, these coins combine historical importance with intrinsic precious metal value, making them highly desirable additions to any collection. The Vicksburg Quarter also comes in multiple finishes, including circulation strikes, proof strikes, and silver proofs. Each type appeals to a different kind of collector. While casual enthusiasts might keep a circulation coin found in change, serious collectors often pursue the highest grade proofs. Collectors are drawn to this coin for many reasons. Some are fascinated by Civil War history, others by naval innovation, and still others by the artistry of the design. Whatever the reason, the Vicksburg Quarter offers something for everyone. Like all modern quarters, the coin's face value is 25 cents. But when you consider the history, the design, the rarity of certain versions, and the condition of the coin, the actual market value can be far higher. Some examples have reached incredible sums in auctions. Errors are another exciting element of coin collecting, and the Vicksburg Quarter is no exception. Misstrikes, off-center strikes, or doubled dies can dramatically increase the value of a coin. These rare anomalies make even modern quarters highly sought after by numismatists. Professional coin grading also plays an important role in determining value. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC at high levels such as MS67 or higher can command significant prices. The fewer the imperfections, the more appealing the coin is to serious collectors. The historical depth of the Vicksburg coin also adds to its desirability. Unlike quarters that honor natural landmarks or forests, this one is tied to a battle that shaped the future of the United States. It carries with it the story of courage, strategy, and sacrifice. The America the Beautiful series was created to teach as well as to commemorate, and the Vicksburg quarter does exactly that. For young collectors, it is a doorway to learning about the Civil War and understanding why Vicksburg was so vital. For older collectors, it is a tangible reminder of history preserved in metal. The artistry of the coin should not be overlooked either. The sharp details of the USS Cairo, the rippling waters, and the bold lettering all combine to make a visually striking piece. It is not just a coin, but a miniature work of art.I in Mississippi. The coin holds special significance. For locals, it represents their role in the nation's history. To hold a Vicksburg quarter is to hold a reminder of the sacrifices that took place on their land and the importance of remembering them. The release of the coin also sparked tourism, with many visitors eager to see the park where history was made. The connection between coin collecting and exploring America's heritage is one of the hidden successes of the America the Beautiful program. Collectors often share stories of finding a Vicksburg quarter in their pocket change and setting it aside. For some, it is the beginning of a lifelong passion for collecting. For others, it becomes a meaningful keepsake. Over time, certain examples of the Vicksburg quarter have reached impressive values in the collector market. The combination of rarity, rare varieties, and condition has turned some ordinary-looking quarters into extraordinary finds. The appeal of this coin is not limited to numismatists. Historians, Civil War enthusiasts, and educators all see it as a valuable tool for connecting with the past. It is more than a coin, it is a piece of American identity. The story of Vicksburg, preserved in metal, continues to resonate more than a century and a half after the battle. Each time the coin is examined, it offers a moment of reflection on how the war shaped the nation and how far the country has come since. Coin collecting is often about more than just value. It is about the stories coins tell, and the Vicksburg quarter tells one of the most important stories of all. It is a reminder of perseverance, unity, and change. Still, the financial side cannot be ignored. For collectors and investors alike, the Vicksburg quarter has proven to be a coin worth pursuing. Its market value continues to surprise many who once thought of it as just another quarter. So whether you are interested in history, design, or value, the Vicksburg National Military Park quarter is a treasure to behold. It stands as one of the shining examples of how a small coin can carry great meaning. And if you are ever lucky enough to discover a rare or high-grade Vicksburg quarter, remember this: some of these coins have sold for an astounding $76,000. Top 3. The United States State Quarter Series is one of the most popular and celebrated coin programs ever released by the U.S. Mint. Among these coins, the Alabama State Quarter from 2003 stands out as a true symbol of pride, history, and artistry. This quarter not only reflects Alabama's unique heritage, but also celebrates a figure whose story continues to inspire generations. The Alabama Quarter was released as part of the 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Each coin honored one of the 50 states in the order they joined the Union. Alabama was the 22nd state admitted to the United States, and so its quarter became the 22nd design to be unveiled in the series. This program sparked massive interest in coin collecting, both among seasoned numismatists and ordinary Americans who had never collected coins before. People everywhere were saving quarters from their pocket change, waiting to see which design would come next. The Alabama quarter was a highlight of the collection in 2003. On the obverse side, as with all Washington quarters, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington. This image was designed by John Flanagan back in 1932 and had been a staple of the coin for decades. It is surrounded by the words, "United States of America, Liberty, in God We Trust," and $quarter. It is the reverse side, however, that makes the Alabama quarter truly remarkable. The coin features a seated portrait of Helen Keller, the legendary author, activist, and teacher who overcame the challenges of being both blind and deaf. Her presence on the coin made history, as she was the first real person with a disability to ever appear on a circulating U.S. coin. Helen Keller's name appears in English as well as in Braille, marking another first for United States coinage. Including Braille on the design was a groundbreaking step, emphasizing accessibility and honoring the resilience of individuals living with disabilities. The coin also features a branch of longleaf pine, Alabama's state tree, and magnolia blossoms, the state's official flower. These details not only beautify the coin but also tie it closely to Alabama's natural heritage. Above Keller's portrait is a banner reading, "Spirit of Courage." These words summarize both Keller's life story and the strength she represents for Alabama and for the nation. The design as a whole captures courage, determination, and natural beauty all in one small coin. The design was created by artist Norman Namath, who worked with the U.S. Mint's engraving team to bring the concept to life. It remains one of the most admired state quarter designs for its powerful symbolism and meaningful representation. When the Alabama quarter was released on March 17, 2003, it was met with great excitement. Collectors across the country were eager to add it to their sets, and many people in Alabama proudly saved the coin as a tribute to their state. Like other state quarters, the Alabama coin was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver for circulation. These mint marks P and D can be found just to the right of Washington's portrait on the obverse side. In addition to circulation strikes, the San Francisco Mint also produced proof versions of the Alabama quarter, including silver proofs. These collector's editions, struck with polished dies, display a beautiful mirror-like finish that highlights every detail of the design. The silver-proof versions, made from 90% silver, remain especially popular with collectors because they combine artistry with precious metal value. Over time, these coins have appreciated in worth as they become harder to find. Collectors often pursue the Alabama quarter for more than just its design. The coin's historical significance, combined with its artistic quality, makes it an important piece of American numismatic history. It has remained a favorite in the series even 2 decades after its release. High-grade examples of the Alabama quarter are especially sought after. Coins graded at MS-67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch impressive prices on the collector market. Flawless examples are rare, and their scarcity drives up their value. Error coins add another layer of excitement. Off-center strikes, double dies, and other minting anomalies have been reported among Alabama quarters. These rare varieties can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their condition. The inclusion of Helen Keller on the coin gives it a special place not just in coin collecting, but in American cultural history. Her story of triumph over adversity resonates deeply with people, and owning the coin feels like holding a piece of that inspirational legacy. The Alabama quarter also stands as a reminder of the broader impact of the state quarter program. Millions of people became amateur coin collectors during the program's run, and the Alabama quarter was one of the coins that drew them in with its distinctive design and meaning. It is worth noting that while millions of Alabama quarters were produced, only a small percentage remain in uncirculated or pristine condition today. Circulation inevitably wears coins down, which is why untouched examples are far more valuable. The coin also serves as a teaching tool. For young collectors, it introduces not only numismatics but also important historical figures and state symbols. For educators, the coin is a perfect way to connect students with history, culture, and inspiration. Beyond collecting, the Alabama quarter is also cherished as a keepsake. Families in Alabama often hold on to these coins as mementos of state pride, while others collect them as symbols of courage and perseverance. The artistry of the coin cannot be overstated. Every detail, from the blossoms to the Braille inscription, demonstrates the Mint's commitment to honoring Alabama with dignity and elegance. It remains one of the most distinctive designs of the entire 50-state quarters program. In the years since its release, the Alabama quarter has grown in recognition. Both numismatists and casual collectors consider it an essential piece, not only for completing a state quarter collection but also for its cultural and historical value. Auction houses and private sales have seen Alabama quarters in exceptional condition sell for significant sums. While most examples remain affordable, the rarest and finest pieces can surprise collectors with their impressive prices. Coin collecting often combines passion, history, and investment. The Alabama quarter represents all three. It is a coin that tells a story, stirs emotion, and has the potential to appreciate in financial value. For many, the Alabama quarter is a reminder of the power of perseverance. It honors Helen Keller, a woman who proved that courage can overcome seemingly impossible challenges, and it encourages everyone who holds it to remember that message. So while the Alabama quarter may be just one of 50 state designs, it is one of the most meaningful. It blends state identity, national pride, and universal inspiration into a single piece of circulating coinage. And today, if you are fortunate enough to find a rare, high-grade, or rarer Alabama quarter, you may be holding a true treasure, because some of these extraordinary coins have reached the value of $89,000. Top 4. The quarter dollar has always been one of the most collected coins in America, but since the launch of special commemorative programs, it has taken on a new role as a storyteller of history and heritage. One of the more moving coins in this journey is the 2019 American Memorial Park Quarter, a coin that speaks of sacrifice, remembrance, and national pride. The American Memorial Park Quarter was issued as part of the America the Beautiful series, which ran from 2010 to 2021. This ambitious program highlighted national parks, historic landmarks, and significant sites across the United States and its territories. Each release gave collectors a chance to explore America through the artistry of coins. In 2019, the series honored 5 locations, and one of them was the American Memorial Park in the Northern Mariana Islands. This was a particularly emotional design because it did not simply show a landscape or a building, it portrayed a personal act of remembrance. The park itself was created to honor the men and women who lost their lives during the Marianas Campaign of World War II. This campaign was one of the hardest-fought battles in the Pacific, and the park stands as a permanent reminder of the courage and sacrifice of U.S. soldiers and local civilians. On the obverse of the coin, as with all quarters in this series, is the portrait of George Washington. This design, first created by John Flanagan in 1932, has become a familiar and enduring symbol of leadership and strength. The inscriptions include, "United States of America, Liberty, in God We Trust," and "Quarter Dollar." It is the reverse, however, that sets the American Memorial Park Quarter apart. The design shows a young Chamorro woman in traditional dress standing before the Memorial Court of Honor, placing flowers at the base of the monument. This moment is frozen in metal, representing respect, memory, and tradition. The artwork was created by Donna Weaver, a talented artist who worked closely with the U.S. Mint to bring the concept to life. Sculptor Phoebe Hemphill translated the design into the coin itself, capturing every delicate detail of the woman's figure and the solemn structure of the memorial. The symbolism of this design runs deep. It represents not only the local people of the Northern Mariana Islands but also all those who continue to honor the fallen across the world. It is about connection, culture, and the eternal act of remembrance. When the coin was officially released in April 2019, a special ceremony took place in Saipan, near the park itself. Veterans, military families, and local residents gathered to celebrate the coin's unveiling. The event was a moment of pride and reflection for the territory and the nation. Like other quarters in the series, the American Memorial Park coin was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Circulation strikes came from Philadelphia and Denver, while San Francisco produced clad proofs and silver proofs specifically for collectors. The silver proof version, made of 90% silver, is particularly prized for its beauty. With a mirror-like finish and frosted details, the proof coin elevates the design, making it shine with elegance. Many collectors consider the silver proof the most desirable edition of this coin. The quarter became a favorite among collectors very quickly. Its powerful imagery touched the hearts of many, especially veterans and families with military ties. To them, the coin was not just currency, it was a symbol of gratitude and honor. Errors and misstrikes are another aspect that add excitement to coin collecting. The American Memorial Park Quarter has been reported with doubled dies, off-center strikes, and other unusual minting flaws. These rare mistakes make certain coins worth far more than their face value. Professional coin grading also plays a vital role in determining the value of this coin. Quarters graded MS-67 or higher by top grading companies are considered rare and extremely valuable. Their sharp detail, untouched luster, and flawless surfaces place them in a league of their own. Collectors often note how unique the American Memorial Park quarter feels within the larger America the Beautiful series. While other coins depict landscapes or architectural wonders, this one tells a personal story through a simple, human gesture of remembrance. For residents of the Northern Mariana Islands, the coin carries deep significance. It is not only a part of the U.S. Mint's national series but also a proud representation of their local history and culture. Many families in the islands treasure this coin as a keepsake. Teachers and parents have also used this coin as an educational tool. It opens up conversations about World War II, the Pacific Theater, and the importance of honoring those who served. Coins like this connect history to everyday life in a way that textbooks often cannot. The artistry of the coin deserves special praise. The folds of the woman's dress, the flowers in her hands, and the solemn background of the monument are all rendered in remarkable detail. This is where coin design truly becomes miniature sculpture. Although millions of these coins were minted, only a fraction remain in pristine condition. Circulation wears coins down, making untouched examples increasingly rare as time passes. Collectors who preserved uncirculated coins early on now hold pieces of great potential value. The America the Beautiful series itself has become a milestone in U.S. numismatics. It introduced countless new people to coin collecting and celebrated the diversity of America's geography and history. The American Memorial Park coin is one of its most emotionally resonant issues. Stories abound of people finding one of these quarters in pocket change and setting it aside because the design felt special. This personal connection is part of what makes coin collecting such a rewarding hobby. Auction houses and private sales have confirmed the growing demand for high-grade examples of this coin. While common circulated versions may be worth only face value, the rarest and most flawless specimens command far higher prices. The coin also carries symbolic power beyond collecting. It is a reminder of sacrifice, of the cost of freedom, and of the importance of remembering history. To hold this quarter is to hold a reminder of the past in the palm of your hand. Numismatists often remark that this is one of the most meaningful designs of the entire series. Its ability to blend culture, memory, and artistry in a single coin is what elevates it to the status of a true collector's treasure. Even outside the world of coin collecting, the design has earned praise. Veterans groups, educators, and historians have all recognized its role in keeping the memory of the Marianas Campaign alive for new generations. Each detail of the American Memorial Park quarter reinforces the idea that coins are not just metal, they are history, art, and memory combined. They circulate in our hands while carrying stories far larger than themselves. As time goes on, the significance of this coin will only grow. Collectors and historians alike will look back on it as one of the most moving quarters ever struck in the United States. And while most examples are still relatively easy to find, rare high-grade or rare versions of the American Memorial Park quarter have already sold for impressive sums, with some reaching the remarkable value of $26,000. Top 5. The Washington State Quarter, released in 2007, is a fascinating piece of American coinage that tells a story not only about the beauty of the Pacific Northwest but also about the creativity and artistry of the United States Mint. This coin is one of the final issues in the highly successful 50 State Quarters program, a series that inspired millions to begin collecting coins. When the 50 State Quarters program was launched in 1999, few could have predicted the wave of excitement it would generate. Each year, 5 new coins were released, honoring states in the order of their admission to the Union. Washington, the 42nd state, received its turn in 2007, making its design the 42nd in the series. Washington is often called the Evergreen State, a name that reflects its dense forests, rich landscapes, and unspoiled natural beauty. The state quarter was designed to capture that spirit by highlighting one of its most iconic features, Mount Rainier, alongside the state's connection to wildlife. On the obverse of the coin, as with every quarter in the series, is the image of George Washington. The design is based on John Flanagan's portrait from 1932, though it was slightly updated to fit the format of the state quarters. The inscriptions include United States of America, Liberty, in God We Trust, and quarter dollar. The reverse design of the Washington State quarter is truly striking. It features a leaping salmon in the foreground, with the towering Mount Rainier rising in the background. The combination of wildlife and natural beauty makes this one of the most picturesque designs of the entire series. The salmon is a vital part of Washington's culture, history, and economy. For Native American tribes, the salmon has been both a spiritual and physical sustenance for generations. For the broader state, it symbolizes resilience, migration, and the deep connection between people and nature. Mount Rainier, depicted in the background, is one of the most iconic landmarks in the Pacific Northwest. Its snow-covered peak dominates the skyline near Seattle and Tacoma, serving as a symbol of Washington's natural grandeur. On the coin, it stands as a majestic backdrop to the leaping salmon. The design was created by artist Susan Gamble and sculpted by Charles Vickers. Their collaboration brought balance to the composition, giving both the salmon and the mountain their rightful place in the design. The details are impressive, from the scales of the fish to the slopes of Rainier. The inscriptions on the reverse read, Washington, 1889, for the year the state entered the Union. 2007, for the year of the coin's release, and the Evergreen State, a proud motto that reflects Washington's enduring natural beauty. When the coin was released on April 2, 2007, it was met with excitement across the nation. Washington residents, in particular, were eager to see their state represented in the series, and the design became a source of local pride. The coin was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Circulation strikes came from Philadelphia and Denver, while San Francisco produced both clad and silver-proof versions for collectors. Each mint mark can be found on the obverse, near Washington's portrait. The silver-proof edition is particularly beautiful. Struck in 90% silver, these coins have a mirror-like surface and frosted detail that enhances the design. Collectors often favor these pieces for their elegance and intrinsic metal value. While millions of Washington State quarters were minted, not all are equal in the eyes of collectors. Those found in circulation are common, but examples in pristine, uncirculated condition are much harder to find and command much higher prices. Error coins add another level of intrigue. Double dies, off-center strikes, and misaligned mint marks have been reported among Washington quarters. These mistakes, though rare, can make an otherwise ordinary coin into a valuable treasure. Grading also plays a major role in determining value. Coins graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC at MS67 or higher are considered exceptional. These flawless examples are scarce and highly sought after, often selling for thousands of dollars. Beyond monetary value, the Washington State quarter holds cultural and symbolic importance. It encapsulates the spirit of the Pacific Northwest, honoring both its natural wonders and the creatures that thrive within them. It is more than just a coin. It is a piece of Washington's identity. For many collectors, the Washington quarter is a reminder of their personal connection to the state. Residents keep it as a token of pride, while visitors see it as a small but lasting souvenir of their time in the Evergreen State. Teachers and parents also use the Washington quarter as an educational tool. It offers an opportunity to talk about geography, wildlife, conservation, and history, all through the lens of a small piece of circulating currency. The artistry of the coin is particularly admired. The salmon in midleap is full of motion and energy, while Mount Rainier adds stability and grandeur. This balance of dynamism and stillness is what makes the design so memorable. As part of the 50 State Quarters program, the Washington coin also reflects a broader national story. This program introduced millions of people to coin collecting, making it one of the most successful initiatives ever undertaken by the U.S. Mint. Collectors often note that while many state quarters are beautiful, the Washington design has a timeless quality that stands out. It represents both the local culture and the broader themes of nature and perseverance that resonate with people everywhere. Over the years, stories have emerged of people discovering rare error Washington quarters in pocket change or rolls of coins. These lucky finds have turned ordinary transactions into extraordinary moments of discovery. At coin shows and auctions, the Washington State quarter continues to draw attention. Rare, high-grade examples and error coins consistently fetch impressive sums, proving that this design holds lasting appeal in the numismatic community. Even though millions were struck, the passage of time ensures that pristine examples grow scarcer with each year. Those who saved uncirculated rolls or proof sets back in 2007 are now seeing their coins appreciate in value. The Washington Quarter also has a lasting legacy in popular culture. As part of the State Quarter's program, it helped make coin collecting mainstream, inspiring both young and old to look at their change in a new way. The combination of artistry, history, and collectability makes this coin one of the most memorable of the entire series. For Washington residents, it will always symbolize their home, while for others it represents the beauty of America's natural landscapes. In the world of numismatics, some coins rise above the rest, not just for their design but for their rarity and condition. The Washington State Quarter of 2007 is one such coin, with certain rare examples becoming highly valuable treasures. So while it may look like an ordinary 25-cent piece, the truth is that this quarter can be far more than pocket change. In fact, some rare and pristine examples of the Washington State Quarter from 2007 have sold for as much as $86,000.